I was going to wait another minute, but I decided not to anymore. Hold on. I, like, definitely punched this earlier. That's a little better. Hey, friends! How's it going? I've missed all of you. I know it's only been a weekend. It's only been, like, a few days, but it's been too much. It's been too long. Hold on a second. Oh, I've done this so bad. That's a little better. Hey, we're back. Hey. Thank you, Jag. But yes, how is everyone? How are you all doing? I'm really glad that I ended up taking a break. I didn't think I needed one, but it was nice to be able to catch up on everything. And like get things set up and ready to go. And like, I'm very happy with how things have gone. But I'm also just super happy to be back, and I'm like ready to do some shit. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't have much to say. I got a lot of videos edited. I should be able to get those you know, uploaded here in the next few days. I'm kind of waiting until the new internet shows up so that I can get them going without screwing everyone in the household over. Doing good. You got fruit pasties? Is that how you pronounce that? But I'm glad you're doing good. I also was a cool kid and forgot to, can somebody check to make sure that that is for the correct game? I don't think I changed it since the last time we played. I forgot to open up my soda, so there you go. Cool, that means all of this stuff is good. Good! I didn't think I needed to change it. I thought about it, and then I was like, it's fine. Nope, was for the fruit pastilles? Is that right? I figured the nope was for the pronunciation, and that Travis's was for the content warnings. It's fine. So you said the first time. Is it? I don't like this. My emotes are octopuses. They are my all-time favorite animal. So we got these lovely kiddos. Done by one of our resident mods, Mayor Emmy. It's the plural of octopus anyway. Isn't it octopi? Lol, fruity. It's octopi, isn't it? Although I think octopuses is acceptable. Octopodes are dope. I think octopus. I don't know, but they're great. I love them. They're goofy. Oh goodness. Hold on a second. Okay. Go with octopuses. Since English is 3 hands in a trench coat, there are many correct answers. Facts. At least 3. 1 for each hand. How does the sound? I had to change some things around, and I know I was like peaking very, very terribly the last time we streamed. Does it sound okay now? I have my fan running in the background, so I hope that that's not being too obnoxious, but you know, it probably is. Sound is good? Good! I'm glad. Alright, let's just hop on over here, because I just kinda wanna get into it. It all sounds good? Good. Alright. Yeah, I was messing around with the levels and trying to make sure that it all sounded fine. But it's a little difficult to do on my own. Where am I? Am I still in a chalice dungeon? I think I am. Alright. Our mad lad? Still mad and laddie. He's doing good. I was about to say, we did, to update everyone a little bit, I have played a bit. Are you sure, Fruity? Are you sure that this horrible visage doesn't scare you anymore. Are you sure? There, oh. Are you sure? So yeah, I have played a little bit since last time, but I haven't progressed anything. Mostly did some Chalice Dungeons and then some Blood Echo farming. So we are now currently... Right, the subtle blinks are probably the worst part about it for me now. So we're level 45 now. I don't remember where we were last time. I think I've gained at least 10 levels since the last time. I have also updated the death counter to reflect the handful of deaths that I had during main game. I'm not counting deaths for Chalice Dungeons. Just look at how cute this fella is. You'll forget about being scared. That's what I'm saying. Look at this beautiful boy. The nose is still and forever the worst part. I like his nose. I think it's a good nose. Oh, goodness gracious. Right, so I think we left off and we're getting ready to fight Amelia. I'm a gay with one brain cell and I'm here to fight God. We don't know shame here, Fruity. Don't know shame a boy. He's beautiful and perfect the way he is. Giant nose and all. Oof. But yeah, so we also have, over the weekend, I figured out, alongside Blown Apart, how to properly do, co-op in-game. So that will be a thing that we will attempt to do later this week, which will be very, very exciting. Again, I'm kind of waiting until I have a slightly more stable internet connection, because at the moment, it's not great. I'm trying to think of the other thing. Oh yeah, and I did get... Is there a goddess called Amelia? It's Amelia with an A. But... Yeah, what is she, like the first priestess or something like that? The boss Amelia is a goddess, let's be real. But yeah, Adela, I think is her name. And we got her to the church, so everything is fine. It's great. So I guess we're gonna go kill Amelia. It's gonna be fantastic. I see no problems here. I'm a Bloodborne expert now. Everything's great. Amelia? That's kind of weird. I mean... I like it. I don't necessarily... I was gonna say, I don't know why I'm doing this, and it's to remember how to play again, because it's been a couple of days. It's fine. Nobody needs to worry about it. We got this handled. You know? It's good. Alright, there's the big boy. Spelling is for sure the weirdest part about her. I like the use of fur. But yeah, definitely the weirdest portion about our giant dog dear god lady. Oh, I love Amelia. Still my favoriteest boss. Oh, I'm gonna need all these boys to just go away. With their terrible broken femurs. Ouchies. Ouchies! Alright, buddy. We've got a bad case of the bonitis. They need to go see a doctor. That can't be good. It can't be good for them, you know? Like, it's gotta be a very bad deal. Alright. Yeah, again, just kind of taking a second to get used to the controls. It's one of those games where it's like, at least for me, Dark Souls in general is one of those where it's like, if I haven't played in a couple of days even, I immediately forget how everything flows and works and functions. Just gotta remember. Try not to die in the first 5 minutes. I'll try. No promises though. I tend to do it very bad, as we've seen. I know these large lads. They can't get past me anymore. This dog though. This dog probably can. Ugh. It is a big boy. Also, Emmy, hello. You still on the road? Or are you back already? I mean, either way. Hey, how's it going? But yeah, we're gonna beat Amelia. We got this. Oh, you haven't noticed me. I don't know how you haven't noticed me. But you didn't. Alright. I wish I was as tall as them. It'd make life, in some regards, much easier. No, don't mind me, big boy. No, don't mind me, big boy. I'm not here. See? I'm not there. I like all the blood on the wall. I didn't want to be that close to you, Waluigi, but I just need this big boy to walk away from us more than anything at this moment. Yeah, see, that would be the big downside to being this tall. So you wouldn't fit in your house. My general understanding is that British houses are very small anyway. I could be wrong though. Ouchies. Alright, big boy is down. It would be cool. Oh, excuse you. Alright. Dude's up here growling at us. British houses are tiny. There you go. If I was shorter, I'd float. That would be neat. Is that how that works? Hi, bud. Yeah, go ahead and point. I'm also realizing that I don't think I've killed the hunters that are off to the right here, and that's kind of a problem. Specifically because I'm tired of killing them. It's a good question. Are you eating yourself around with Mage Hand? It's a good move. Alright, are we ready to get our ass handed to us? 'Cause I'm not. Look at her! She's just minding her own business! Hydrate reminder from Jag. It's a good time to do it, I suppose. Before we get into the fight. I got my big gallon jug of water with Crystal Light. Why does it name make me take a sip of water? What about dog humans? Always about dog humans. I mean, I need people to make me drink water because I sometimes forget. I'm usually very good about it, but when I'm not, I'm very bad about it. So I appreciate the reminders and the the forcing of drinking water. See, Emmy's doing it. It's all good. More water! I do like to say that any of the, like, self-care stuff... Oh, now a stretch from Emmy? Okay, I can do this. But yeah, any of the self-care stuff that I have to do, be good if you guys could do it too. Because if I gotta take care of my stupid human body, then y'all should, take care of your stupid human bodies too. You know? So I feel like that's pointed up a little too far. Her noises are so bad. I'm just now listening to them. Oh no. Okay. I'll stretch for you, Emmy. It's okay. Soon. You'll be out of the car soon. What was I gonna say? There was something that I forgot about it. But it's okay. It's the sound of devout prayer. I'd believe it. Also... Taking care of our flesh mechs? Mm-hmm. You gotta. You gotsta! Amelia, I think you're too far for that Molotov, and that's fine. Woo! Alright, she hits hard! I forgot how hard she hits! Yeah, alright! This is a lot more difficult when you don't have somebody else being a meat shield. So slow. Alright, well, you know what? We do a significant amount, well, not significant, but we do a decent amount of damage per hit. Okay. Amelia, I need you on fire for a second, baby, okay? And I have no fire paper. She is quite large. She's a big girl. We love her. She's good dog human. Dog deer human. Oh, ma'am, I was healing and I can't see because the freaking pillars are in the way. Hey, can I get you to come over here? That would be cool. Oh my goodness. Bam. Stupid hammer's a good weapon. We like the stupid hammer. Oh no, ma'am. It would be great if I could, like, dodge when I say I want to. That's being kind of an issue, though. Ma'am, no! Waluigi strong! I mean, again, it's like, if I die, I die. No, I'll take it. It's the first boss attempt in a little bit. I died. Alright. This is fine. It's me remembering how long she likes to take, when swinging. She winds up for ages. And that's not fantastic, but you know what? That's okay. Boom. One more Waluigi. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, instead of fighting literally everything, we're just gonna run past. So I don't feel like dealing with any of these guys. Gotta liberate by getting your limbs broken. Yeah, yeah. This is facts. Also, I've been thinking about adding chat to our beautiful little layout here. What do people think of that? Hold on. Device is inoperable. This is an okay place to stop. I'm gonna get got if I stay here. It's like I got it set up that I could just keep y'all here. Do we want chat on screen or nah? Yeah, nah. What are we thinking? Cyril! Hi! How's it going? Can one of my mods get Cyril a shout out? Oh, well, I appreciate the lurk! Oh no! Big boy! I need this guy to go. Oh, Cyril, thank you for the biddies! I appreciate it. You beautiful human being. We adore you. I think pretty much everyone here knows and or follows Cyril, but if you don't, check them out because they're fantastic and lovely, and it's always a good wild time over in their streams. But yeah, would we say that Bug Snacks is a cooking game? Isn't it more about eating bugs that look like food? Also, Simon, hello and welcome. But yeah, how do we generally feel about having chat on screen? Do we want to leave it there? I might just leave it there. And if people don't like it, you can tell me and I can get rid of it. But I kind of like having it there. Personally. But yes, Saimu, hello and welcome. Travis, can we get a shout out for Saimu as well? They're a super lovely owl VTuber. We do super fun games. Right? That's what I'm thinking. I might dark or like lighten the background a little bit so it's easier to see at some point. But like as I've been like working on editing and uploading videos and stuff like that, it's been really obnoxious for me trying to be like, what am I talking about? What the heck am I responding to and not having chat around for it? Oh fuck. I'm just an owl with a webcam, excuse me. And chess gamer. This is true. He does flush cats. Why would you flush kitty cats? My poor babies. We'll have to stay away from you then. Owl strong, yes. I know I said I was gonna run past, and then I got distracted by things, and then we died. I need to add +1! Oh no! Can I just keep running around while I do that? Heck yeah, I can. Multitasking. Hey, I would like it if you didn't stab me. Constantly. Please! Sirs! Oh, we're starting out great today. You can't wash cats in the sink? I would beg to disagree. I have in fact washed my cats in the sink before. Well, the toilet's not a great place for them either, though. Don't wash your cats in the toilet. That's a bad deal. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm happy I took a break, but I'm also real glad that I'm back, cause like, I missed this. Wash cats, dishwasher. I'm sorry, Cyril, have you put Peaches in the dishwasher before? Has Willow been in the dishwasher before? That doesn't sound like good pet owning. Oh no. Alright, Amelia! Can you not be so big? Because you're kind of like everywhere all the time, and that makes it difficult to like not get hit. No, ma'am! Oof. Alright, 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 listen here, my lady. Yeah, I gotta get better at this timing. It's very bad. I am very bad. Come on, come on, come on, Amelia, come on, Amelia. Why do I feel so slow? Because I am, probably. Let's be real. Hold on a second. You're not too far, are you, PlayStation? Because I feel like there's some lag. Ugh. Hold on. Alright, there's another Waluigi. What is happening here? Never intentionally, I'm sure. Allegedly flushes cats. Infighting. Okay, hold on. Just a second. Well, what if I move you here? Oh no. Okay, well, what if I move you like this? Is that better? Are you happier? Oh no. This owl's coming in hot. It's gonna take you out if you're not careful, Fruity. Watch yourself. Oh my goodness. Alright. I would like to double check something real quick. Yeah, my 30K's not great in comparison to the Goofy Hammer. However, I can more easily use its transformation form. Maybe we'll try that. Oh, that's sad! I'm sad for you! I love Bloodborne. If you ever pick up a PlayStation, be it a 4 or 5, play Bloodborne. Do yourself a favor. Play some Bloodborne. It's a good game. Nah, we got this. I just gotta remember how good I did over the weekend. That's all. Come on. Yikes. Yikes. Ma'am. Alright. I just gotta get serious. It's time to get serious about stuff. See? See? Alright, well, that wasn't too great. Oof. These camera angles are killing me, though! Like, quite literally! Alright, ma'am. Alright, let's... Actually, I think... I was doing better with my threaded cane, so we'll just stick with that then! I should also probably... heal. Can she stop stepping on me? Okay. Fucking hell. Alright, well, we're doing better. We got her under half health. Progress. It does put us at 45, though. Oof. Don't really care for the combat of these Dark Souls games. Feel like I fight the camera more than anything. I mean, those are facts. You absolutely 100% tend to fight the camera more than anything else. I love it though. But I get why it's not an appeal for some people. Or some owls. Playing Apex and someone on my team's name was Tater Swift. I like it. I have a friend on Steam who plays DBD pretty regularly, and for a while their username was Taylor Swift, like SWFT, and it was very good. Ultra's camo hunts the hunters. Facts though. Also, hey Hatter, how's it going? Oh, gotta jump out of the way a little bit. Oops. Really like the action RPG genre. I think Parasite Eve was the first one I played. I don't think I've ever played Parasite Eve. I've seen people play Parasite Eve and I've really enjoyed it. It's not one that I've actually experienced myself though. Might have to fix that. Friends used to be Lengthy Snake 420. It made me laugh really hard for no reason, because it's good. It's a good one. Yeah, it happens a lot in this game. It's mostly just death. It's a lot of just death. 2D versions of those types of games look more interesting to me as the cameras tend to be much better. Oh, Amelia. Just death! Just death! So much death. Oh god, death. Aw, thanks. I am super happy with how long it stayed this nice, lovely purple. I've washed it like 5 or 6 times now since I dyed it, and it's still ridiculously vibrant. The roots are definitely kind of going at this point, but it's still like a really nice silvery color. Is good. Is good. I don't remember what the brand was. It's a different one than I usually use. But I'll let you know if you're interested. If you want something really permanent for a semi-permanent dye, I gotcha. Hey, don't smush me, Amelia. I just wanted my blood echoes, ma'am. Alright. Get serious business. Ouchies. I need more stamina. No hugs. Ouchies. Oh, she angry! Amelia, have you considered a nap? Or eating something? I get crotchety when I'm hungry. Oh god. I need to stop. Oh no! My girl! Vicar Amelia's my fave! I'm here for this monster design! My beautiful girl! Hey, if you could stop, like, temporarily stunning me when you jump, that would be appreciated. Alright? Cool. No, 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 no. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Cool. I love getting those viscera attacks. It's very satisfying. Ma'am. No. No. Oh, she's so mad. I did kind of just come in here and, like, ruin her day for no particular reason other than, hey, I think I should kill ya. And that kind of sucks. So, like, I can empathize with that. Ouchies! Ma'am, no! Alright, look here, look here. She's full-on body slamming me! I need her to not! I thought I jumped out of the way. No! Come on, come on. Nope, I got greedy. No, I got greedy. I know I got greedy, man. But look! We're good. We did it. We did the thing. Oh, also, Cyril and Fruity, thank you for the contribution to the cosplay stream. We did the thing. Genuinely can't remember anything I just said during that entire section. But we did it. We got it. We did it. It's fine. It's only a couple of tries. Hell yeah! Let's go ahead and light that lamp. And then let's get that password. Let's get that good password. Heather, thank you for the contribution as well. I appreciate it. Let's see.
I've come to bid you farewell.
Thank you for all the compliments on my hair. I super duper appreciate it. Also, cute figure dog girl wants a hug. I would gladly give it to her if it didn't murder me.
I tell you, I won't forget our adage.
Is that Bayonetta? Hair magics. If only. I aim to be as badass a witch as Bayonetta. She is Angie though. I got that mean backhand. Waluigi brings it. But yeah, holy crap, we're already at 50% of the cosplay stream thing. I was concerned that we weren't gonna like make it at all, because I kind of, you know, made it a high amount this time, but y'all like kept killing the other ones like instantly. So we went with it. So here we are. Also Amelia, my baby. Alright, so we got the password. I should go spend these blood echoes first and foremost. I don't think I can level up a ton. I don't remember how many blood echoes I need to do things anymore. Thanks, doll. I appreciate it. But I think all the skills that I need for our pizza cutter later on are set. Yeah, it's pricey. Like I said, I leveled up like 10 times on Friday. I don't know if I could, or if I'd ever play Bloodborne myself, because I think I'd rage too hard by loading key streams of Bloodborne. So that's a very good point. I know a lot of people like end up having issues with like Soulsborne games because, I mean, they're ragey and like that's how they're supposed to be. Honestly, I think these are some of the games that I get like the least angry about. I get stressed. I very much get stressed. I have often given myself, like, stress headaches because of these games. But, like, I don't get super mad.
Farewell, good hunter.
We were really upset the other day. But I think that was mostly because... that's for the DLC, okay. But that was mostly just frustration with the internet and then being frustrated at dying, but mostly just was angry about the internet, and that ended up bleeding into everything else. Grew up on arcade games designed to kill you, and Bloodborne doesn't eat my quarters. Fair point. It's just, I think, like, even with how punishing the death system can be, it's just one of those things where it's like, whatever. I gotta die to learn how to, like, how these bosses work, you know? Each time I go in, I come out with more knowledge. Either that or I just don't give a shit. Who knows? It's one of the two. Alright, let's repair everything. Do I have anything better that I can put in here? I have a lot that I can put in here that's significantly better. Oof. Like that. And... like that. We do got more eyes on the inside. So many eyes on the inside. Eyes on the inside. Actually, I'm going to remove that bad boy. What is that? Yeah, we'll give that to him. And then... 47? Ooh, 55. Alright, there we go. I'm happy with that. I only ever get really mad at competitive multiplayer games. Forever a Call of Duty teen. Oof. Oof. I'll do competitive multiplayer with like friends and stuff. But I'm also the monster that just is happy to be there and troll everything. Intentionally or otherwise, it just ends up happening. Like, I main Piranha Plant in Smash Bros. So I'll let that speak for itself. Oof. Okay, so we've got access to the DLC now. I am super underleveled for that. I checked out the very beginning area of the DLC over the weekend with like a level 60 something character, and apparently I'm underleveled with that. We're like 20 under that, so it's not good. We won't do the DLC just yet, but I do plan on playing the DLC at some point. Shall we go do the password? Let's go do the password. I'm trying to think where else we can go. Oh, you're still out here. Ouch. Ouch. Can you not? My dude. I need my other weapon. Hold on. Ugh. I don't want to go deal with the hunters that are down there, though. Did we ever check out what was past the two big boys and the load of crows? I don't remember. Yeah, oh no, hunters. Yep, there they are. Oh no, hunters. Please, I need you to step over there. Oh no, hunters. I could just run past. I'm not gonna though. I'm not a coward. That's done like no damage! Ugh. 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 I need you to not jump away from me! Same issue every goddamn time. Dude, are you shitting me? Look! Look! I can fucking spam bullets too! Oh fucking hell. Can we not? Can we not? Can we not? Alright, this immediately after being like, I don't get mad during Souls games. More frustrated than anything. These fucking dudes are so fast. Just unnecessarily quick. And that asshole constantly spamming his freaking gun.
Can we not?
Is it me or does Kayshurrr sound different? Teeny bit mad. I'm not gonna put my controller through any windows though. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought Kayshurrr sounded different. She works now though on my streams too. I've noticed she's been more consistent, which is great, and I'm like absolutely here for this. But yeah, definitely a little like Kayshurrr. What? No, nightmares, but executioners, but nightmares. Oh, that hunter's still over here, isn't he? Oh, fucking piss. We have done it bad. We have done it so bad. Oh, there's two boys here. Instant distrust.
I am Kayshurrr, and sometimes I don't do my job, but I am only a robot woman doing her best in a tough world. Please forgive me.
No. I forgive you, Kayshurrr. Thank you, Cyril, for all the bits as well. So there's a big boy that likes to hang out above that door. And I've done it very bad. That's okay. That's not the direction I wanted to go anyway. I have no idea how many blood echoes I had, but they don't matter anymore. They don't matter. But I will increase that death counter. Lamia, why are you jumping around over there? Oh, you got them scary little things now. That's cool. Can you? I would like all this to be done now. I did 69 damage. Nice. They blow up now? Oof. 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 I did get crazier when the invisible man got me. Lamia, come here! Come say hi to your friends! Come here! Oh, kitten! Come here. Yes! Yes! Come to me, child. Hi. Come say hi. You don't have to stay for long, okay? Look, it's a llama. Mama. Can I show everyone how cute you are? It's a llama! She is unamused. Meow. I just need you to know she is purring. You my good grumpy girl. Okay. I'll let you get back to eating. I just needed you to see my cat. It's been a while. It's been a bit. Also, excuse me while I take off my wrist brace. I think I've worn it long enough. Alright. So, I do have more eyes on the inside. I don't necessarily want to scoop them out. I also don't want to ignore them, though, and everything is bad. It's all very bad. Just run on past. I could have reset myself in a different location, but I did not. Come here, doggo. Let's go, Fido! I would love it if I could lock onto you. That would be great. Hey, dog! Hey, dog! Absolute chump. Everything gives me a lot more blood echoes now, though. I think the only other thing having too many eyes does is make invisible lad visible? Yes. I have been reinformed that, at some point you can listen to a baby cry, too. You know, if that's your thing. Listen to kiddos cry. Ouchies. I can stun those boys now! There was a farmer, had a dog, and Fido was his name. That's very good. You did it good. There was a joke in there and I missed it, but by God, if Travis doesn't pick up on it. It's true, this game does hate babies. That's right, run through me! Come here, you idiot. Let's fucking go. Oh, good times. I hate these birds, by the way. They are awful. They're not hard. They're not particularly difficult. They're just annoying. But I've decided if I ever get a dog, I'm naming him Fido. They always get worse. They forever and always get worse. Because then there's too many of them, and they don't stop. They don't stop screaming. Also, there's a nightmare over there, and I want him. Hey, can we just pretend I didn't backstab you? Oh, it doesn't matter anymore. He's gone. Our boy is gone. Let's go, my dude. Ouch. No! Bark! 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 Bah, bah! So loud, so obnoxious, unnecessary. Dare I say. Freaking hate them. These crows and the ones from the mansion. Just no. Oh, so, earlier. This isn't where it is either. Oh! I think I know where it is. Dare we say murder crows? Hashtag owling forever. Aren't owls supposed to scare away crows? Isn't that like your thing? Okay, Marshall. First off, hello. Long time no talk. How you doing, buddy? Secondly, I haven't ignored that room. Every other time I've been in there, I've destroyed everything. I'm on a mission, though, to remember how to get somewhere. It's where Goopy Boy is! Okay, no, I remember. Where's Goopy Boy? Oh, it's great. Hi, welcome to Bloodborne. I'm now lost. It's great. A lot less lost than Fruity usually is, though. So, you know, that's cool. I hear you, Crow. Still haven't figured out what's in those urns. Just bones! Just bones for days! Ouch! Look. Look. Listen, Linda. Listen. Also, wait. Hold on. No, I need you to stop for 2 seconds, because what the hell did I just see up there? Oh, it was that. Okay. I didn't see the whole clock tower aspect of that, and only saw the clock face and just thought it was a giant eyeball in the sky, which, like, wouldn't be shocking. I wouldn't be surprised. That seems like a very Bloodborne-y thing that they would definitely 100% do. What's up, Goopy Boy? No, only I can backhand! Are you sure it's not? I'm pretty sure! Yeah, pretty sure. There's a guy in there running around with scissors or something. I don't know. I never played those games. Wasn't in a clock tower. Not originally, at least. Not at first. Big ol' mansion. They're good games. I've been considering, playing Clock Tower on the channel, though, actually. Who is shooting me? Who is attempting to shoot me? I guess would be the better question. I was gonna say, so I did download a bunch of games earlier for our secret streams in regards to like random wild PS2 games provided by Fruity. I did find a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to check out as well, like Siren and Kuon and some of the Fatal Frame games. And Clock Tower is definitely on that. Fear the old blood. He was dead all along. Already dead. Got some Madman's knowledge. Yeah! So, like, I've seen some playthroughs of Siren, but, like, I've never played it myself. And it has been ages since I've seen anyone attempt to play it. So I'd be willing to, like, actually check it out myself. Some of these games are wild. So yeah, I might list off some of those at some point. Y'all can tell me which ones you're most interested in. Where am I? This looks awfully forest. Oh no. I don't want to be here. No one wants to be here. You ready for snakes on snakes on snakes on snakes? Because there's gonna be snakes on snakes on snakes on snakes. I'm definitely not allowed here, but I did have the password. So, you know. The Forbidden Woods are the worst. Honestly. First round of this, I was so unprepared for the big forest place. Figured I'd just be hanging out in Victorian London the whole game. Nah! Now you get forests! Which is like the antithesis of Victorian London, right? No more industrialization, only nature! Bloodstone shards. Actually, modern day Yorkshire. Just forests? With lots of scary dudes? No, please, please! I need this to not happen! Also, if they could stop throwing urns at me, that would be cool. I am covered in oil. I am extremely flammable. Yes! Yes, you have made me so very flammable at this point. Yep. Yep. No one even talk about fire. I'm gonna explode. Werewolves do kind of have a terrier look to them. Those poor beans. Oh god, I don't want to be here. I would like to leave now. I would like to leave now. Hello? There you are. Oh no! Stop throwing stuff. No! No urn jokes! That's bad! You've done it very bad! Sir. Sir! Are you stuck? Oh my god. No! Please. I need you to not do that thing that you're doing. Fucking hell, man. The range on this boy! You cannot headbutt me. That's not acceptable. Oh my god! There we go! Okay. Oh, I like his belt. Cool belt, though. I only do it for the Travis. I'll have you stop with those greasy puns. Oh no! Oh no, we've got the Trace Punny kids. Oh no. Oh, y'all. These jokes are out of hand. I don't want to be here anymore. I hear someone stomping around. That's not me. Hello? Oh, hey! Oh, hey! Well, I feel a little better now. Isn't this Charnel Lane or whatever? Kind of here. I'm almost finished my project before heading home. And only minorly late this time. Ellie! Well, hey, I love you. You're doing great. You got this. Get it done! This is a shortcut and I cannot open it from this side, correct? Does not open from this side. Correct. Oh boy, that's a fall. I need you to go away. Thanks. No, we do not shoot. Gonna get it done so good. Yeah, you are! And then you'll be done with it. Can't remember the enemies here. Only the traps. Facts! Those terrible spiked logs. Those dumb pressure plates. Like this whole shtick. I think. I don't trust anything here. Everything is bad. Snake balls, big ol' snake balls. Snakes on snakes on snakes on snakes! So many snakes! So many spitting snakes. Vaguely remember them spitting. Snakes and traps, that's all I remember. Come here, buddy. Hey, come here, buddy. Okay. We can do this! We can handle this! It's fine! It's not fine. Nothing is fine. Everything is bad. It's all bad! I don't wanna be here anymore! Oh, yep, alright, well. Stop! I don't want to be a greasy boy! Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness! Too many lads. Way too many lads. Too much fire? Too much. There's just too much. Have you considered toning it down a little bit? Just a smidge. Please. I don't want to be here anymore! Oh my god! And I'm getting some Molotovs though, so that makes me happy. Oof! Alright, anyone else? Anyone else in this terrible, awful, miserable place? If you are here, please come stand out in the open so I can get a head count. Preferably. Why are you red? Who's breathing over here? You. No! I should have known better. I should have known better. Excuse me. Oh, sniffles. Aren't there big ladies? Big angry magic ladies over here. I know, I made the mistake of trusting the floor. Can't. No! Oh, oh, sir. It's fine. We got it. Look, your friends didn't even care. You got friends over there, and they did not give a shit. Oof. Have you considered getting better friends? I guess it doesn't matter now. Oh, hi! Thought this was a different part with more exploding. I think there's another way to get into the forest where there's a lot more boys throwing stuff. I think we're headed towards... I want to call it Charnel Lane, and I don't know if that's right or not. Is this where we came from? Okay, but what if I lead them that way? Weird tree indeed. Like, lots of folks standing on roofs. Dog jail. Go to sleep, dogs. Go to sleep, dog. Good night, puppy. Stay in dog jail. Good job, doggos. Probably not important, though. They just don't grow like they used to anymore. Should have those Dark Souls 3 murder lady trees here. No, can we not? Let's not. Freaking... Why is there no crow jail? That's my question. These crows have committed atrocious crimes, and they must pay. What's over here? There is so much to look at. Crow court. Crow jail! I demand it. These crows are bad. They're all bad. Crow? Crow. You're no good, Crow. You're just like your father. It's avian law. You know? 25 to life anytime a bunch of crows gets together. Truth, though. Oh, no! Isn't this poison? Isn't this water poison? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it definitely is. Hey! Hey! Stay there! Don't come here! Fucking hell! Oh, no! You can get in here! Well, that's not great for me! Okay, maybe you can't get in here. Just gonna stare at each other for a minute. Nope, I missed. It's a good way to do it. This is such garbage. Oh no, big boy, you're stuck. What are you gonna do? You can't even hit me under here. Oh, it's okay. I put him out of his misery. It's a tense battle of wits. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Frenzied cold blood. Okay, before I even attempt any of this, I need more antidote. I think I'm full up on antidote at the moment, actually. But I need to change clothes to whatever has a lot of poison resist. But even before that... Oh, there's a thing down there. I don't want to go down there, though. So yeah, before we do that, I should finish looking around up here. 'Cause I don't want to get stuck. Got a little goop. Better change? Oh, no, no, no. The goop stays. I can't de-goop. Look, it matches my nose. Oh god, the eyes. Sorry, just how piercing they were. In contrast with all the blood. Hello? Where are you? Oh, there you are on the ground. Is that goop? This dude's already a beast. Or he's in the process of turning into a beast, right? Look at him.
Not even death offers solace, and the blood imbibes you.
I also feel like they're very quiet.
A most frightful fate. Oh my. But I'm willing to do you a kindness.
Oh.
Step lightly round to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient, shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength.
I already know how to get there.
I'm unquestionably certain. Not even death offers solace.
Yeah, okay, that's all the same thing. That's... Travis, since you were there while I experienced that miserable situation, is that the same person? It doesn't look like it. And he was very quiet, so it was very difficult to hear. But he didn't sound like the same person. Okay, let's... I have so many souls. Doggo. Oh, other doggo. No, dogs, please! Please! You are literally killing me. Ugh, miserable animals. Also, no one can ever be ready for this beautiful face. I hear people throwing things. No! No, sack boy. No! No! Oh god! Oh, that could have been very bad. That was almost extremely bad. I'm not ready to go to Yargul. Yahargul, or however the fuck you say it. I'm not ready. Stop kicking me! No! Oh, the panic is real. Oh, I hate this. I think Body has some more videos on it. Not sure. On dude who gave us the tonsil stone? If you can find him, like, link him in the Discord. I'd be curious about it. I know I'm not, like, I know I'm not, like, checking out or, like, stopping and, like, dissecting lore a lot, during this playthrough, because that's just too much. That's just too much to do. But I am curious about the lore of Bloodborne. So yeah, if you know where those videos are, if you end up locating them, Gib. I know it's essentially, like, my general understanding is that doing all this, like, blood ministration stuff was, like, a way to, like, ascend to godhood, but obviously it's a bad deal. And instead of becoming gods, they became beasts. But realistically, isn't that the same thing? What's in here? Hello? Hello? Or that they're, like, trying to like, see gods or something. Hence the eyes on the inside. Nonsense. I don't want eyes on the inside of my head, thank you. That's not where eyes go. I never know what was happening. I just had a lot of people with a funny humor. It's fair. It's a fair thing to do. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that, like, any of the Souls-like games have, like, this theme, or, like, this, you know, this thing that's happening, but they don't, like, outright tell you. They just kind of throw you in and go, like, alright, have fun, and you have to piece it together. I'm a fan of that kind of storytelling. In certain instances, I should say. It's not something I want to do all the time, but I really enjoy it in Souls games. Especially since it's like, you pick up on a lot of stuff just like from comments people make or item descriptions and shit like that. Right? Yeah. It's good stuff. I'm here for it. Alright, there isn't really anything up here. Whee! So we gotta cross the bridge? Cross this little bridge over here? I don't want these boys throwing stuff at me, though. What if they throw stuff at me? Bye-bye. Oh, I see you. But apparently you don't see me. Yeah, if the gameplay isn't reliant on it, vague lore could be very rewarding to piece together. Exactly, and it's like the fact that you don't need to understand what's going on in any of the Souls games to play them and enjoy them. Which is fantastic. Don't give me weird, vague, up to interpretation things. If your whole game is gonna rely on it. Or if you're not gonna make it at least, like, somewhat accessible. Can you stop? I need you guys to stop with this whole Molotov business. Only one of us can eat Molotovs everywhere, and it's me. I am the Molotov eater. What's over here? Anything? Absolutely nothing. Alright, I need this man to cease. Cease throwing, cease existing. Why is that the color it is? Oh, fuck! I need you to not barf on me, please. This was a horrible mistake. We've done it very bad. Right, it looks very oily, which makes me immediately think that it's flammable, and makes me not want to be in here. And yet here we are. In here. Sewer men have turned into swamp men. I don't necessarily know that that's an upgrade. I don't know that they've, you know. No, listen here. I was sneaking up on you. I need you to not turn around as quickly as you have. Thank you. Won't go in the poison water, won't go swim in the oil, no pleasing some people. Look, I went into the oil. I have gone into the oil. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you not shoot me? Can we not get shot? very concerned about, like, big gun boys. Isn't there another big gun boy coming up? I'll just say there is. And I don't like that. I don't like that for us. Oh, so this feels like a trap. Or a secret. Secret! Maybe a secret trap. What the hell am I? Why not both? Oh! Oh! I know where we are. Hey, bud. Boop, boop. All right. I know where we are, kind of. We're back where we started. Boop. Isn't... So wait, then there should be a lantern around here somewhere? No. Oh, we're here. I thought we were closer to the lantern than we are. Hi, sir. Oh, you moved very quickly. I didn't know you could do that. I'm getting to the point in the game where it's like, I don't remember a ton from here on out. There are certain pieces that I'm like, oh yeah, that was a thing, and then others where I'm like, we what now? Yes, there's a gun boy! Freaking cannon man! Not a fan of that. No, stop, stop, look, man. I'm sorry, did you just say he's going to mess up my brain? Because, like, it's a mess already, babe. Don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't remember enough to, like, comfortably walk through things, but I remember enough to be constantly concerned. This is the exploding part. We all remember the exploding part. Alright, look, man. Look. Get out from behind your stupid cannon. It's not as bad as I remember it being. Still not great. Still would not recommend. But, you know. It's fine. Okay. I wish the window for the Viscera attacks was just a smidge longer. It doesn't need to be that much longer, but just a little bit. Because I'm never certain if I'm gonna, like, land a hit. And so I panic and jump away. Maybe, actually, I should just be better. Have confidence in myself. Not in this. Okay, I don't know where that other gun is. But it's fine. What's back here? Items. I have all these twin shards now, which is great! Except, I need... Can I shoot the big gun? I'm sorry, can I... Oh! I don't shoot it very far! Alright, well, this is the game now. This is what we're doing for the rest of the stream. For the next hour and a half, we're just gonna shoot this big gun. Can we keep it? Are you wheeling it around? Are you gonna carry it down these stairs? Big gun. Oh no, hold on. Aren't there like... Oh, I don't like any of this. I want a lantern. Can I have a lantern? I would like a lantern. It's really effective. Travis. I mean, yummy. I've missed these puns as much as I hate them. He did it good. Okay, alright, look. I don't want to be here for any of this. Let me tell you, right now, sir. Wait, aren't you an NPC? No, you're not. Oh, you're definitely not! Oh, I should have attacked you! Oh, good! Got some Resident Evil bullshit going on now. No! Stop! Oh! Todd Sneckman! I don't like him! Todd Sneckman needs to just go. No! What the fuck? Don't wiggle your arm at me! Jesus Christ, we're gonna die! We're gonna die! We're gonna get snacked! Oh, I hate this! No! I don't know how to get back here! This is a problem! Oh, shit. Okay. Yep, that's a +1 law. It's been a bit. So I set this up, knew it was you because of the way you told me. Didn't even know you didn't even name you all me, just sent me a snake emoji. Oh, that was awful! How the fuck do I get back there? Bars. Good. Rapping rhyming bars. I need you to... No, like, I need you guys to stop. Like, I'm mourning. I'm mourning the loss of all those souls. That was so many souls. I don't think these lads here know or understand or care. I genuinely don't know how to get back there. Jedsoul Mitchell's title defense against Raptor Worst. Rapper names, man. They're wild. I just need... Hey, think we fell down a couple false floors. Just the one, actually. Get out of my fucking way, Crow! This isn't the way we went, but I did find a nightmare, and that makes me happy. 3 of them! That's so many twin shards! Okay, okay. That was like 45k though. I need all of those back. Alright, if you want to walk away from me, that's cool. I'll just go this way. Okay, so here's the broken floor. Cool. Okay, this is better. There is our shortcut over here? Hell yeah. I just want to get my souls or my echoes, I guess. And like I don't know. Not die. Get back to like, oh no, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. Fuck, Todd Sneckman probably has all my echoes, doesn't he? Raptor Wars contract. I'm not happy about it. Not pleased. By any stretch of the imagination. Fuck you, Todd. I don't know what's over here though, and that makes me uncomfortable. There's the boy. No, I need you to go through the door. I need you to go through the door. And that's how you deal with. That's how you paint your living room walls. It was worth it. It was worth those 5 Molotovs. He just fucking ate up. My god. It's very dark in here, by the way. And so windy! So much wind! What's over here? Nothing. What's over here? No! I'm gonna use up all my freaking Molotovs because, like, I don't got time for this shit. No, he just needs to go. Exactly what soul is. I'll just let them destroy themselves for me. I don't want to be here. I want to go. Is this a shortcut? Please. Where have you taken me? I know where you've taken me. This is the NPC I thought Snackman was.
Ah, a new face, are you? And an accomplished hunter, it would appear.
Hunter.
I am Volta, master of the League.
You spelled Walter wrong.
Cleanse the
Lord Buckethead! Yeah!
spread about during the hunt. Like any half-decent hunter ought to, you know?
Yeah, sure, man.
You've seen enough of these wretched beasts, freakish slugs and mad doctors. Sentence these things.
Mad doctors!
with the help of
Haven't
the
seen any of
League.
those yet, buddy.
What do you say? Why not join the League?
No, I'm good.
Yes, I suppose I should not force your will. But you are a hunter, and we'll see soon enough that on a night of the hunt, no, on any night, nothing out there deserves to live.
Sir, it's not a great philosophy to live by. Yeah, hi Crow. I know you're there. I know you're all there. Please. No more. Okay, let's... Jesus Christ. Go back to the Hunter's Dream real quick. Woof! What else? I'm trying to think of the other places that we need to, like, look around in because I fucking hate the woods. So much. I hate them so much. What does Blood Tinge do? We can... I got lots of cold blood. Oh, it's because I didn't finish talking to her. Okay, well, excuse me. Let's use those.
Welcome. What is it?
That should be enough to level up one more time. I'm gonna do that because it gives me more poison resist.
Farewell, good heart.
And then we'll repair everything, kind of check out what we got going on here. I should be able to, fortify again. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. 8. I need 3 more. I need more blood echoes. Okay. Well, I don't necessarily know that I want to fortify my gun at the moment. I'll let it slide for the time being because it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Good hat. It's a good hat. Can we... I want all of them, but I don't necessarily want to use all my insight at the moment. How much Madman's knowledge do I have? 3. Is there... Okay, someone tell me. Is there any other use for Amelia's pendant aside from the blood gem? And while we're doing that... Where'd my good hat go? Why? 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 Oh. Oh, because it's okay. Because I'm a dummy. That's why. Oh, my face! I like how the snout's pushed out because of my fucking nose. Oh no. Alright, I'm also gonna, yeah. If we're good on the pendant, then let's just go ahead and use... Oh no. Gold blood gem. Alright. What do you do? What do you do? Attack versus beasts go up by 12.6%. Physical attack up by 2.7%. Boost rally potential. Alright, well, it kind of sucks. For what we got at the moment. That's okay. Does it make it better in here? No. It really don't. That's fine. Internet thinks the pendant is the useless one from Dark Souls, and you are free to destroy it or cherish it. Well, we destroyed it, and now I've got this useless gem just sitting in there to remember Amelia by. I kind of want to buy all the armor. I'm not gonna buy all of it just yet. I do, again, want to keep some of... Oh, look at how cool I look, though! Fashion souls! Look at how cool I am! I do wish that the hat didn't cover my face, but it's a good hat, so we're gonna keep it. Also, we got our next... Okay. Where the hell do we go from here? There isn't anything more to explore where Bloodstarved Beast is, right? But there was the left-hand side of the cathedral that I don't think I've looked there. I don't know if that's a dead end or not. So we can go look there. Otherwise, I don't know what else we can do. I gotta move this pillow. This is being more detrimental than anything at this point. 2 ways to find out. I mean, I know one way. Also, yeah, Waluigi skeleton. Look at this boy! It's a scary boy! My god, are we terrifying. But hey! These guys don't have these things on fire anymore! They do still cause frenzy, though. So that's not fantastic. Not big fans of frenzy. But that's okay. Oh, ask someone who knows or find out yourself. Okay, that's fair. I thought, I don't know, Travis, I just read that in your usual cheeky manner. And my immediate thought was, there's a second way? That must be dying, and I don't like that. There is stuff over here. Thought I saw a nightmare, but it might have just been a rock. Hello? I mean, coming from you, it always is. Let's be real. I don't like this. Is this the other way into the forest? Yeah, it is. Okay. What the fuck is that? What? the fuck is that dog? They're like rat dogs. They're real squishy, but they're real fucking ugly. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. Stop! Stop! Oh no! Because the dogs are being mean to me. Rat dogs. Were we looking at the same creatures? Please stop. All dogs are beautiful creatures. You know what? I would appreciate them more if they weren't attacking me. So I'm sorry I spoke out of turn and called them ugly. I didn't actually mean it. I just got spooked and everything is angry at me. Everything is angry and I thought I was dead. Why am I not dead? There it is. There it is. All dogs are beautiful unless they're cops. It's true though. You know why you never see cats at cop stations? Because they're not fucking narcs. And this is why I have cats and not dogs. No, it's not true. Dogs are just much more high maintenance. Okay, let's try that again after I increase our Ouija counter. Oof. Alright, well, you know what? All things considered, even if we don't make much more progress after this, we did it good today. You know? Look, sir. Yeah, what are we gonna do on our 50th Ouija? Okay, look. Look! 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 No! No! Well, I was asking what we were doing at our 50th Ouija, but here we are! Big ol' 50! Oof. That one tag. Can I get 50 wahs from chat? that impaling move that they did. Not a fan. It's kind of garbo, actually, in all honesty. No, you can't get me. I'm in a church. No, you can't get me. I'm in a church. Sanctuary! Oh! I didn't realize you would come up here, my dude. Alright, look. Look. I'm gonna need y'all to go.
Wah.
Thank you, Allie. I appreciate them biddies. 50 biddies for 50 deaths. Hell yeah. Also, I'm glad Kayshurrr works. I don't like the voice change. They've changed my girl without letting me know they were changing my girl. Right, the Kayshurrr. Wah. Wah. I think that's like the only like, not expletive, but exclamation type thing we have had that she actually sounds enthused about. Ever, even before the change. Y'all. There are 4 boys over here! What the fuck? I think it's a TikTok issue. That would make sense. Especially if they were using the same... Oh my gosh, chair. Up. There. Okay. Yeah, especially if they were using the same voice. I just don't get... Look here. If we, the creators, have to constantly ask permission and follow up on shit as far as, like, copyright issues are concerned, why can't these big companies do it? Y'all. I need you to do it better. They were definitely the same voice. Okay. Then that's probably why. The new voice is not bad. Let's clarify. It's just change and it's sudden and I'm not prepared. But we still love and accept Kayshurrr because Kayshurrr is Kayshurrr. That's okay. They'll just make a subtle change and not refer to it. It's what you gotta do mid-season, you know? Perfect. So yeah, I don't like how many boys there are over there. That kind of sucks. Kayshurrr regenerated, like the doctor. Still not ginger. Didn't we all agree that Kayshurrr was an axolotl? I'm still waiting on that Kayshurrr fan art from everybody. Like, I need y'all on it. Holy shit! Alright, look here! Look here! God, I've done this so bad. Every mistake in the fucking book was made. Still somehow got out of it, though. Cool. Note to self, never do that again. That was bad. That I should have died. Wait, Parl is over here, isn't he? I mean, if Parl is over here, then absolutely we will be doing that again. Fuck. It's okay, we only got 2,000 souls. Echoes. I'm still doing it very bad. Here's Hemwick Charnel. Okay. First try! I'm not... This is where the witches are. Look! I have a cool hat. Am one of you! Oh, these chumps. Absolute chumps. Insult to witches, really. Sure sounds like it. Anyone else? No? Alright. Those are just knife grandmas. Young witches gotta turn into something, and honestly, crones really do just be knife grandmas. I aspire to be a knife grandma at some point. I don't actually want to be anyone's grandma, but like, it's really a state of mind more than anything. Like, I'm currently only at my wacky aunt phase. As soon as I become a knife grandma, though, it's all over for you losers. Unless you become knife grandmas with me. Y'all should become knife grandmas. Just saying. Can you be a cat lady and a knife grandma, or do you have to choose your final form? I think you could be both. think you can manage to be both. Same. How did the 3 get in there? Why took me so bad? Oh no! I'm sorry, we can look into ourselves! There's nothing in there! It's just empty! I would say it's our gummy works, but they don't exist! And you said nothing?! How could you not tell me? Device is currently not operable. Okay. How far a drop are we? Who knows? Waluigi. Oh no. I don't want our head gone. It's such a good hat! Again, I wish the hat didn't come with a mask. Like, it's a good mask, but also, have you not seen my good face? Hi, doggo. Oh, he's got a stick. It's a doggo stick. Look, ma'am. Works for cyberpunk sometimes. I'm still confused as... Oh, man. Cool, so we got Knife Grandma and Hammer Grandma. Hammer Grandma is not fucking around. It's true, though. Nothing in Cyberpunk works. You think it does, and then it doesn't. It's great. It's fantastic. Alright, you get to choose your final form. Are you a Knife Grandma or are you a Hammer Grandma? Fuck. I was pretty sure I had missed that, but hey, here we are! Oh, we're so goopy. I'm definitely a Knife Grandma. I don't think I have the constitution to be a Hammer Grandma. Hammer Grandma for life. I don't know, you just gotta believe in yourself. You do got time though, Fruity, to like work on that. You can aspire to be a Hammer Grandma. I see that, big boy. Alright, this is gonna be troublesome. I don't know that I can open that, actually, as I'm thinking about it. Because there's a way down there, excuse me. Close by device, okay.
Cue up Dr. Frankenfurter. I'm going home.
On the day I went away, goodbye. Oh, Tim Curry, you beautiful beast. It did come to my attention that I forgot to watch Rocky Horror this last Halloween, which is unfortunate. Also unfortunate that Richard O'Brien is an absolute turf. Twitch Mobile was trash today, more so than normal. I was having issues with it earlier too. That's one reason why I was so lagged out during your stream, Fruity, because I was on mobile, and it kept being like, no, no, no. Oh no, where am I going? Oh, I know where we are. Okay. That's fine. Yep, honestly, if I have to run through there again, it's not that big of a deal. All these people were chumps! I noticed, actually, it's the confidence thing. Even through text. I just exude confidence. Can we not? Can you not? Try to push me off the fucking cliff?
Mascara streaming down my face in a pool orgy.
If I had to choose a way to go out, that would be it. We gotta go out as wild and untamed things. Let me just keep making Rocky references. Oh, shit! I'm so glad Kayshurrr works again, though. And, like... Ma'am, 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 ma'am! Sir, ma'am! Oof! Okay, that's fine. Y'all, do we want to watch Rocky Horror for our next, like, horror movie? Horror. Cause, like, I kind of got this itch to watch Rocky Horror now. We can all talk during the movie, though. Like, that is acceptable. So that we can, you know, do the audience participation nonsense. Right? It do count. It does have horror in the title. These are facts. Okay, look here. Freaking dogs. I think I've gone the wrong way, actually. As I know about this, I was going the wrong way. But yeah, do we all wanna watch Rocky Horror? Cause I kinda wanna watch Rocky Horror. I'm always here for Tim Curry movies, though, honestly. Do you need to watch everyone watch Garth Marenghi sometime? I do have that saved on my phone. Cause, like, I'm here for it. I just gotta see if I have it available anywhere. Cause if not, then you're gonna have to do the hosting for that. Just so you know. Nope. Alright, I gotta get serious again. That would suck. Like I said, I'm gonna try and see if I can, make it be available to me, but... I have to do it on 4OD? And there'd be ads? I mean, we can deal with ads if we gotta. That's okay. It's not preferable, but it's okay. Ouch! Also, I got a new thing. Hammer Grandma, can you wait for 2 seconds while I get rid of this knife, Grandma? Cool. Good job, Hammer Grandma. Damn, Grandma. Chill, Grandma! Oh. I don't know how that first one avoided, or like, didn't get me, but it didn't. Cool. Smoke. I keep thinking it's an item. I should stop trying to be all flourishy and cool. And just do the thing. We got places to go, you know? Grandma! This lady right here, me as a grandma. Knife grandma with a Molotov? Hell yeah. It's good times. I just want to be through all the grandmas at this point. If we could just be done with Grandma Lane, that would be fantastic. Also, as I'm thinking about it, the big big magic ladies I'm thinking of might be Dark Souls 3. It might be a Dark Souls thing, and not this one. But I don't remember. I don't know. Who knows? We still got time to find them. Who knows? I certainly don't. I forgot that there was a shortcut. Come on, man. There's the boy. Come on. Fucking hell! Is it because I was too high up or something? No, where is she? No, it might be this game. I hear them stomping around. I think I could be a hand grenade grandma. It's a good option. It's a solid choice. Oh god, who are you? You're another dog. Okay. That's fine. And a grandma! Sneaking up on me? Rude. It's very dark. I can't see. I'm already visually impaired as is. Grandma surprised me. What can I say? I wasn't expecting Grandma. I was wrong. I should always expect a Grandma. Okay, well, I worry that I would accidentally hold the hand grenade for too long. I mean, as long as you don't let go of the trigger, the little lever thing, you'll be fine, right? You hold it as long as you want, then. I just want to be a Molotov knife grandma. That's it. That's all I want in my life. Grandma. Hammer grandma! I don't know, Allie, honestly, you strike me as kind of a hammer grandma. I say as I destroy this hammer grandma. But, like, you'd be a good hammer grandma. Oh, there's an item down there! Thank you, Travis. Love them clips! Y'all are making my life so much easier with our, like, little highlight reels, or monthly highlight reels by, like, clipping that kind of stuff. And then I don't have to do nearly as much work looking for them. Also posted to the Discord. Hell yeah. I think it's just us for right now. But, if there's anyone new in chat, and you're not part of our Discord and want to hang out with us while we do all sorts of fun shit, boom, there's the Discord. That's... No. That's not the boom I wanted. Big boy. Please stop! Alright, we're good. We got this. Handled! Handled! No! She just likes pushing people, doesn't she? My goodness. Okay. Definitely a hammer grandma. That's what I'm saying. Best hammer grandma. I think I just have it in my head that all of my mods are hammer grandmas, cause like, banhammer. You know? Y'all know your way around a hammer. Good. Alright, doggo. Stop, please. All these Molotov grandmas! I need them to not. Can they please stop? Excuse me, ma'am. I just... Who's heavy breathing down there? Who knows? That's outside. That's gotta be an executioner, right? It's two! As two executioners! Oh, but we're here! That's exciting! What's the opposite of a grammar grandma? 'Cause that's what I guess. I don't know. Just an illiterate grandma? Would that be it? Shit. Okay, well these guys don't have nearly as much health as their green counterpart. Please, 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 I need to move. Why don't the sickle grandmas team up with the hammer grandmas and overthrow the bourgeoisie? There's a lack of communication going on between the two of them, honestly. If they were to team up, hell, they'd be unstoppable. Probably, for the most part. Big boy. No! Sir, I need you to not. This makes me realize I can probably take out the big executioner boy at the very beginning of the game. Grandma, no! Grandmas, no! My God! They will not stop! Is that the kind of team up you were hoping for? Bourgeois and a... Wait. A burger one and a side of fries sounds really nice. My goodness. My goodness. Wait, where does... To fucking hell. Ah! I was hoping that they would all stay there, but they did not. But they did not. No one stayed where they were supposed to. Oh, goodness. Grandma! Stop it with the fire! There can only be so many pyros around here. What are you doing, Lamia? A little goober? Okay, we gotta get all the things before we go and do whatever terrible thing is over there. I'm scared. Lake. Real computer, be gone, lag. Be gone, lag. Also, welcome home, Allie. Perfect. Let's... Come on. Look, man. Okay, I need to stop trying to, like, parry, because that's doing me in at this point. Seriously, Neon? No! 53 deaths. Alright. Alright. Okay. One of the Forbidden Hunter tools made by Irreverent Izzy. Can Izzy and I be friends? It's unfortunate, but we have opened up the shortcut. I just need to stop. Oof. Irreverent Izzy sounds like a Molotov grandma. Oh, for sure. 100%. And she's actually not that irreverent. She just really likes fire. Alright, let's... Did I not grab him? Was that a lie? Y'all saw that, right? Oh my god. I'm not happy. They were on the ground. Come here. Other guy, go away. Come on. Come here. Fucking spinning to win. Oh my goodness. I think the other large lad picked them up before you. Can they do that? Because I thought, like, when you popped in, they either had them or they didn't. If they can pick them up, I'm gonna call some fucking hacks on that, because that's garbo. And it makes me be not happy. I didn't need to roll towards you. Fucking hell. Alright, it's fine. We got him. That was no small amount of souls. I need all of them. Every last one of them. More grandmas. Freaking grandmas. And another executioner. No! Let's just go. Let's just go. Hi, llama. What you doing? Little bean. Madman's not. Come here. Yes. Yes. I should have enough of those to level up our wacky hammer again, which would be very exciting. Alright, let's go, witches. Where's the other one? I heard her. Thought I heard her. Ma'am. Come here. Just a spooky ghost? I mean... Really? Isn't that all witches are? Just spooky ghosts, still trapped in their meat bodies? Meat mechs, as we determined earlier. Where the fuck is she? I genuinely don't remember this fight. Like, at all. Oh no. Yeah, I just remember it being weird, and that's about it. I think I did it on the first try. What? Excuse you? Why are you up there? Ma'am. We'll just do it this way. No, come back here! I saw her. Yeah, okay, I remember. We'll just do this quick. We'll just do this fast. Gotta do a bop! Oh, fucking hell, right. Where is she? There's 3 of them, right? Oh, I fell. Where the fuck is she, though? There she is. No, 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 ma'am. It's 2, but they can revive. Well, that's not good. No. I'm gonna need you to not do, like, any of the things that you're doing. No! The second one is back! Oh, Lord. I hate this. No! I'm dead. I'm so very dead. We're so very dead! Miserable. Their final animation push down the steps is good. I hate them. I hate them so much. They're so obnoxious. Ugh, alright. I'm just gonna run, honestly. So what, we got a half hour till the end of the stream? We can make this happen. We can beat them, level up a couple more times. Just do good, you know. Right, yeah, it's not a great boss fight. It's pretty weak. I don't know, it just feels cheap and not exciting and generally just kind of lame. Grandma, I need you out of the way, okay? Thanks, thanks. Thanks, Grandma! It's okay. It's not that hard to get here. So we gotta find... Can I find her this early on, or do I have to beat one of those first? I should be able to find her, right? There you are. They're both about somewhere? Also, my internet's dropping, of course. Yeah, yep. Of course. The second I mention how long we've got until the end of stream, it decides that it needs to, like, fucking die on us. I'm gonna try and keep an eye on it, but there's very little I can do while in a boss fight. I mean, there's very little I can do in general. Wednesday. I'll be getting it Wednesday afternoon. Early Wednesday afternoon. I think they're supposed to be over at like 10:30. Is she back up there? What the hell, ma'am? You were supposed to disappear. Or like teleport somewhere else. Where is she? Ugh. But yeah, new internet soon. Cannot come soon enough. Ouch! No! Fucking hell! No! Why are you walking on there? I need these ladies to just go. Not that kind of go. There's the other one. And that's the witches. Fantastic. Don't worry about it. We're only using the witches of Emily goes out. It's just the witches. It's fine. No, we got them. It's all good. I did get an eyeball. I got a bloodshot eyeball, of all things. I'm trying to think if it's worth... So it looks like it's stable now. But I'm trying to think if it's worth to just continue on for the next 20 minutes. Especially since we just finished the boss.
What is it you desire?
It hasn't buffered since you talked shit about it. It knows that I'm replacing it. Little does it know it is out. We are done with it. Yeah, we're all just on alert. We know how this usually goes. Let's vitality, strength, and that's it for now. I am just gonna, since we've like already discussed the fact that like it doesn't matter, I'm gonna use some more of these. But we might call it a little early today, just cause I don't know what else I can do. I guess I could like run around a little bit try and figure out where to go next. We still have the forest to explore. So that's fine, but that might be fun. Doing multiplayer. Well, I say fun. It might be best to do as a multiplayer experience. Two more. I don't know that I have enough. Okay.
Welcome home, good hunter.
Right? Plenty more snakes in the forest. Do they only show... So, question, because I haven't seen any snakes just yet. Have I just not come across them, or do I not have enough insight for them? Alright, let's... I am going to use my madman's knowledge. There are the boys with snakes for heads. Yeah, but they're like, I remember like big fuck off vipers, essentially. Just not come across them, I assume. Okay, that's what I was thinking, but then I wasn't sure. Right, I am gonna buy these. I'm up 1, and that's fine. What do you remember? Lay it on me. Bone ash gauntlets. Bone ash leggings. Look at how cool I am. I look like a cool kid. Don't say it's fine. It's clearly not. I need chonks now. Bloodstone chonk. Blood gem fortification. I did pick up a couple of new ones. I don't think any of them are worth anything. Not really. Are any of them better? Ooh, this one is significantly better. And then... yeah, okay. Don't say it's fine. It's clearly not fine. It's obviously far from fine. What new things do we have in here? I can buy Molotovs. I think I've been able to do that, though. New weapons. And that's about it. Okay. Well... let's go back to the Forbidden Woods. We'll wander around a little bit. I don't know that... oh, I guess I could probably go back to... the chapel, check in on everyone. We haven't done that in a bit. See how the folks are doing. But yeah. 2 bosses, though. I'm pleased with that. This is an acceptable thing we've done. Is it worth joining his covenant? I'm so bad about keeping track of what each covenant does, and if it's, like, worth joining or not. Oof. Go down. My cape! Alright, what else do we got around here? What other terrible things can we come across? More snake boys. Right. Always choose the wrong direction to go. Always. Every single time. More cold blood. Still too far to drop down. Found the snakes! Snake ball! I think there was a shard. They don't hit particularly hard, but that poison. Big ol' spaghetti mess. Accurate. I want spaghetti. I need food. It has come to my attention that I have not eaten yet. Whoopsies! It's okay. I think there's food ready. Which means I can eat as soon as I'm done streaming. Please don't. Fucking hell. What else I can say? I know that some covenants will make you aggressive towards anyone that you summon. Yeah, that's the only thing that I remember from, at least for Bloodborne. I don't know about... Fucking shit. I didn't mean to eat that, but I panicked and thought I was poisoned. Alright, I take it back. They do hit hard. I'm not gonna bother with the snakes for right now. You're a snake man? I can hear you hissing. Fucking hell. Alright, you know what? He's just over there groaning. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to explore a ton right now. I just want to find my way out. Ultra Snake! I don't like these sounds. Ultra Snakes! Spitty Ultra Snakes! Let's just go. Let's just ignore the snake balls for now. Some covenants turn you into a cauliflower. I want to be a cauliflower. Which one turns me into a cauliflower? No, 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 no. Okay, go away, clockwise metamorphosis, or whatever the fuck you were. I'm busy! Straight up, some Resident Evil bullshit right here. Yeah, this place is awful. It's not... It's far from good. Does not open from the side. Of course I've gone the wrong way. Why wouldn't I have gone the wrong way? Oh, back up to the snakes we go. Loses some of the spoof I mean, I wouldn't even... Okay, I was gonna say, I wouldn't say it's spooky. It is. It was terrifying the first, like, time I came in here. It's still not great, but it's just definitely more frustrating than anything. Because giant snakes! Look at this! Look at this boy! Look at this big, hissy boy! Oh my goodness! And it's only giving me shards! I need chunks! Also, my internet's dropping again. Hey, internet. Hey, internet. You're getting replaced. And, like, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. Alright, I don't know where the hell to go. This is a bad situation for us to be in. There's another snake man, and I think he just summoned those snakes. I'm pretty sure he just summoned those. And that's unfortunate. Oh look! Another pig! Have you nommed on any children recently, Piggy? Do you have a hat? Got a hat? Nope, just some blood vials. Alright. Alright, Piggy Pig. I see. I understand. What's up here? This feels precarious as hell. Graveyard robe. I'm lost. I am lost. Oh! I didn't mean to fall down here, but we have fallen. Ugh. I'm in an unfamiliar territory with lots of angry things and no one to ask directions. The locals are hostile. I'm scared. Where do I go? Please don't hit me. Can I go down there? I'm gonna do it. This has just made me even more lost, but it's fine. Another piggy! Piggy, 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 pig! Look at that boy! Oof! Ooh, you hit hard! Come here. That's alright, you ain't shit. Follow the left-hand wall. Which one? Which one? I mean, this is at least a different area, or a different section. We haven't been down here. You know? Where does this go? Oh, I've got a lot of blood echoes again, and not near enough of an idea of where to go. What is this? Yeah, new gunk! Oh! Okay. So many new pigs. New pig content! New shirt, shoe dirt. Shoe dirt. Why was that so hard to say? New shoe dirt. New shoe dirt. This feels boss-like. Is this Parl? No. Shadow of Yarnum. Oh no. Oh no, there's a fire boy. Yikes. Alright! I see you! No. Look, boys. This isn't exactly a fair fight, now is it? Yikes. Yikes. Oh, that's not great. That's not great. No, snake boys! Alright, that's one snake boy down. You don't stand a chance. No, about that. Fucking hell. I've missed, and I've used up all my stamina! God damn! Alright, well that's 20,000 souls down the drain. But we're 6 minutes till ending, so we'll probably just call it here, because this isn't gonna, it's not gonna happen tonight. What the Hanzo steal seems like a priority target. They all seem like priority targets. I need to get ranged Flame Boy done first, because ranged attacks, he can get me no matter where I am. That seemed like a good strategy, and then definitely, yeah, then super quick, Steel Boy, leave the last fire guy for the end. That's wrong. That's incorrect. Hey, that's not 554 deaths, it's just 55. It's just 55. We've only done it bad 55 times. So we'll hang out over here for a minute. So yeah, like I said, we should have new internet, or we will have new internet on Wednesday. They come out at around like 10:30 in the morning to take care of it. And so I should be more than set in time for stream. If anything comes up, I will obviously let everyone know. But barring any sort of major issues, we will probably do multiplayer stuff, Travis, hey? But we'll keep doing Bloodborne. And then Friday is our big Friend Friday nonsense. Hey! I'll probably start that super early. Obviously, we don't have to do multiplayer the entire time. I'll probably find other things to do until people are available and ready. But like I said, I'm going to be doing a long stream anyway. So I might start like an hour early. We'll do 5 o'clock instead of 6, and then kind of go for 5 or 6 hours. We'll see. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I gotta update y'all on, and I don't think there is. So let's go ahead and set up a raid. Who all do we have currently on? God, I have so many notifications. What the fuck? So we've got John Wolf playing Dead by Daylight, Nicole Tompkins doing some Resident Evil, Mrs. Goldar is doing some crafting stuff, Meezy is playing some Overwatch, what else do we have? Curls Rock is doing some Fortnite, Hugh Chu, Resident Evil 7, any of these sounding good? Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Excuse you. Kinda wanna go hang out with Goldar, personally. I haven't seen them for a little bit. Is Faye playing Tomb Raider? Should we go say hey to Faye? It's also been a minute there. Let's go hang out with Faye. Let's go say hi. I miss Faye. Why isn't she showing up on my... Oh, because she's all the way at the very bottom. Do we want Tomb Raider? Do we want some crafts? What are we feeling? Do we care? Do we have any sort of strong opinions? Just trying to see what all's going on. Right, let's determine it this way. Who has the fewest viewers between the two? Looks like Faye does. I'm gonna go play Hades and leave stream on in the background. Fair enough. Let's go hang out with Goldar. I don't think we've raided her before. And she's super nice. We like her. She's a witchy friend, so it looks like she's crocheting. So we're here for that. Let's go hang out with Goldar for a little bit, say hi, spread the love, make new friends. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. Like I said, Friend Friday coming up. New internet on Wednesday. I'll keep everyone updated on what's going on. Also gonna try and get like a vague schedule for secret streams and things like that going. And as soon as I get all that sorted out and ready to go, I will let everyone know. But until then, thank you for being here. I appreciate it as always. You're all super fantastic and lovely and wonderful, and I adore hanging out with all of you. I mean, I could live tweet it. We'll see. But yeah, let's go hang out with our new friend, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.